Most gardens don't fail because of poor soil or bad seeds. They fail because water disappears faster than roots can use it. Here's the shocking part. 4,000 years ago, farmers solved this problem so completely that their crops survived weeks of heat without surface watering. No pumps, no plastic, no drip lines, just physics, clay, and patience. This ancient system still outperforms modern irrigation in dry conditions. And once you understand how it works, you'll never look at watering the same way again. This is one of those rare techniques where nature does all the work for you. Why constant watering actually weakens your plants. When you water from the surface, roots learn a bad habit. They stay shallow. They spread sideways instead of diving deep. The soil surface dries quickly, microbes fluctuate wildly, and plants become dependent on frequent human intervention. Ancient growers understood something we often ignore. Roots grow toward moisture, not toward effort. If water is delivered slowly and consistently underground, plants adapt by growing stronger, deeper root systems. That is the core principle behind this forgotten system. The 4,000-year-old solution called ollas. Ollas are unglazed clay pots buried in the soil with only the neck exposed. When filled with water, the clay slowly releases moisture through its porous walls. The soil pulls water only when it needs it. Not a drop is wasted to evaporation, runoff, or wind. This is not passive watering. It is demand-based hydration controlled entirely by the soil and the plant roots themselves. Unglazed clay acts like a membrane. Dry soil pulls moisture outward. Moist soil stops the flow. This creates a self-regulating system where water is released only when the surrounding soil becomes dry. There is no schedule to manage, no guesswork. The plant decides when it drinks. That is why gardens using ollas can go 1 to 3 weeks without refilling, even in hot weather. So choosing the right container is, honestly, pretty crucial for getting real results. Traditional ollas, are made from unglazed terracotta. Glazed pots just won't work because, well, water can't pass through them. The ideal size really depends on your planting density. For instance, a pot holding about 2 liters of water will effectively hydrate a radius of roughly 30 to 40 centimeters. Larger pots, holding somewhere between 5 to 8 liters, can support several plants at once and, well, they last significantly longer between refills. If you can't find traditional ollas, 2 unglazed terracotta pots sealed rim to rim with waterproof silicone can be used. Just remember, leave one drainage hole open for filling and plug the other one permanently. Proper installation honestly makes or breaks the whole system. You want to dig a hole deep enough so the pot sits with its neck just above the soil level. This helps prevent debris and insects from falling in. Backfill tightly around the pot so, there are no air gaps. Air, after all, interrupts moisture transfer. Once installed, go ahead and fill the olla completely with water and cover the opening with a flat stone or lid. This prevents evaporation and keeps mosquitoes out. The soil should be moist at installation. Never place an olla into completely dry ground and expect, immediate results. Now, let's talk about exact watering capacity and refill timing. A standard 5-liter olla, when buried properly, will release water slowly over about 7 to 14 days, depending on temperature and plant demand. In extreme heat with heavy feeding crops, you should expect closer to 7 days. But in moderate conditions, 2 weeks is pretty common. Only refill when the olla is empty. Don't top up early. Allowing the pot to fully drain encourages deeper root growth toward the moisture source. So, which plants benefit the most from this system, you might wonder? Well, vegetables with high water demand really thrive when grown with ollas. Tomatoes, peppers, squash, cucumbers, eggplants, and leafy greens all show, honestly, dramatic improvements in both vigor and fruit quality. Perennials, though, benefit even more. Once they're established, fruit trees, berry bushes, and herbs develop these deep, resilient root systems that, reduce long-term irrigation needs permanently. Why, you might wonder, does soil life just explode around ollas? Well, it's because the moisture stays stable underground, which means those microbial populations can stabilize too. Bacteria and fungi, they really thrive when conditions are consistent. Nutrient cycling becomes much more efficient, and roots are able to form stronger partnerships with those beneficial microbes. This, in turn, creates a living zone of fertility around each olla. Over time, soil structure improves naturally, without the need for constant amendments. Now, if you want to enhance the system even further, you can combine ollas with organic feeding. Just add mild liquid nutrients directly into the olla. A safe microbial feed, for example, uses 1 teaspoon of unsulfured molasses diluted into 5 liters of water. Make sure you mix it thoroughly before pouring it in. But remember, never add thick fertilizers or compost teas that contain solids. Ollas are really meant for liquids only. So why did this system kind of disappear in modern gardening? Well, ollas require patience, not technology. They don't create that visible action like sprinklers do. Instead, they work quietly underground. Modern gardening culture, honestly, often favors visible effort over invisible efficiency. But the results of ollas speak clearly. Less water use, healthier plants, fewer diseases, stronger roots, and freedom from those daily watering routines. Let's talk about the long-term impact after just one season. After a single growing season, the soil around ollas becomes darker, looser, and more biologically active. Roots reach deeper than those of surface-watered plants. Stress tolerance increases dramatically too. And many gardeners find that even after removing ollas, their soil holds moisture better, and plants perform more consistently. Why does this fit so perfectly with nature's blueprint? Well, nature never waters from above on a schedule. It stores moisture underground and releases it slowly. Ollas simply replicate this ancient pattern using clay instead of stone. This isn't really innovation, it's remembrance. If this method changed how you think about watering, go ahead and subscribe to Nature's Blueprint. Share this with someone still chained to a hose, and help revive the forgotten systems that actually work.